The history of El Salvador begins long before the arrival of European explorers. Already 2,000 years before Christ, various indigenous peoples inhabited the area of present-day El Salvador. These early societies primarily relied on agriculture, especially the cultivation of maize, beans, and squash, and developed complex social structures. Between 1,000 years before Christ and 500 years after Christ, cities and ceremonial centers emerged in the region, heavily influenced by the Maya, although the area was predominantly inhabited by the Lenca, Pipil, and other indigenous groups. In the 16th century after Christ, the Spanish conquistadors, led by Pedro de Alvarado, reached the territory. In 1524 after Christ, the Spanish began to conquer the land militarily and subjugate the native population. Colonization strongly suppressed indigenous cultures, and many people died from diseases, forced labor, and conflicts. The area became part of the Viceroyalty of New Spain, and later the province of Central America. In the early 19th century after Christ, movements for independence began. On September 15th of the year, 1822 after Christ, El Salvador, together with other Central American provinces, declared its independence from Spain. In the following decades, the country was marked by political unrest, civil wars, and conflicts between liberals and conservatives. In the 20th century after Christ, El Salvador experienced numerous military dictatorships, social injustice, and economic inequality. Between 1978 after Christ and 1989 after Christ, a brutal civil war led to more than 8,000 deaths and numerous refugees. The war officially ended in 1989 after Christ with the Chapultepec Peace Accords, which introduced democratic reforms and social programs. Since then, El Salvador has made progress in democratization, education, and economic development, but it still struggles with problems such as gang violence, poverty, and inequality. In the 21st century after Christ, the government focuses on social integration programs, infrastructure development, and international cooperation to promote stability and growth. Today, El Salvador is a country with a rich cultural tradition, shaped by the remnants of indigenous cultures, colonial history, and the ongoing efforts of its population for peace, justice, and progress.